What's good, guys? Welcome to the Demented show. Here we go. Wednesday. We got Walker, Debbie, Swisher in the house. How's
Yes.
everybody tonight? See the comments going already. Black Manor, Ronnie, Ann Ox, Delmer. What's going on, guys? How's everybody tonight? Baker.
Let's go.
Let's go, man.
We are here.
That's it, man. Now, so Swish, man. So you got all kinds of stuff going on, man. So what do we got? I know the Nevermore caps didn't come in today, so we can't show that off, but we could talk about it because that little man was like pretty damn cool looking cap, man. I can't wait to grab.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that one on and try it. Like this new cut is pretty sweet. A lot of people liking it. I'm really looking forward to the wool blend where it can, wool just shapes up to your head a little bit better. So I'm looking forward to that. I think you just broke a lot of people's hearts telling them, it didn't come in today. That might be the first time they heard it. So sorry, everybody. They are coming soon though. DHL, I have absolutely zero tracking information. So, but yeah, as far as
DHL sucks.
the heel.
That's it. But you said though, to make it up to him, you said you might have a little sneak peek of some extra stuff coming, right?
I do have
Mr. Caps going today. So the new cut. Let me just ask you. So it's a caps, but it's a narrower cut than like say this moonshine. Is that? It's more like cut or.
So this new Gatsby, the Gatsby 2.0 or whatever, I guess if we're calling it, is right. I mean, if you can see it here, it's narrower. The crown is a little bit, tailored in even more than those original Gatsbys were. So it took some of that poof out of the sides of them. The brim got cut down like not a lot, like a quarter of an inch maybe. But it's noticeable when you're wearing it. It's a little bit more. I don't know. It feels like a little bit more of a schoolyard fight type of cap. It's a little more compact and like ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
That's a sharp one. Now that's the last one you dropped, right? What was the name of that one?
Yeah. So this is the Speakeasy. Yeah, and this is this is our new cut. It's still the 8-panel, obviously the Gatsby style. But we do have, to your original question, we do have a few new styles coming out that that we're pretty excited about. We've got a single panel that I flashed around a few times, which is this one right here.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, so this is the November Rain. This will be coming out early November.
Okay.
That's our single panel. So that's like that's a brand new single cut that we haven't put out anything like this before. It's more of a traditional style single panel. Not quite as baggy as maybe the Corey single panel. This is a little a little tighter.
Okay.
But still traditional, I guess I would say.
Right.
And then the 6-panel, which is the same as the Red Rum and the backstop, we've got this bad boy coming. This is our next 6-panel. This is like and I've shared a couple of pictures of this one. That's got some nice Irish colors to it. It's got like a muted orange, muted green, some black.
The colors in that are fantastic.
Yeah, that one's gonna set a lot of people off. I think I like that one a lot.
I gotta say, I wish it was in an 8-panel because anytime I wear a 6-panel, I look like I should have a propeller beanie.
I tell you what, the one thing though about a lot of Swishers 6 panels, they're one of the only ones I can wear because they're not as like if I put a Boston Scally 6-panel on, yeah, it looks the same way, like a propeller on it, little beanie on the top of my head. But
yeah, so
out a little more, man. I dig them.
If you're seeing this DL, the 6 on these, and this is like the Red Rum, and the same as the backstop. These are definitely a wider crown 6-panel. They're still,
Well, they also look like they got a bit of a longer front to them.
This one, yeah, exactly. It's not, and I know what you're talking about. Like I got into the Scally game on a six panel and then quickly kind of got away from the six panels because they just felt so pointy to me. And so for a long time I wouldn't wear sixes. Recently with the red rum, with this one, because of the wool blends particularly and the fabric, the color schemes on them, I've been wearing the sixes a lot more with these.
Yeah, that
So
box, man. When's that one coming out?
this one is probably going to be more of a December, like early December release, early mid December type thing.
Nice.
It's
Okay.
it's in the works. And then so these are, obviously these are our six panels, the single panels I just showed you. And then we also have some new newsboys coming out because a lot of people, whereas the new Gatsby's, they're tight, they're a little more streamlined on the sides. They
Right.
don't quite have that poof, that European driving cap style, I guess I would call it.
Right.
We do have a couple of these new ones with the 8-panel newsboys, and these have that little more poof on the sides, right?
Oh
It's
man.
just a little more of a traditional. Yeah, these are nice. Just a little wider though. Not fully my cup of tea. I don't rock these a lot anymore. These are I prefer I like the 8 panels. I'm with you on that, Dan. Like I like the 8 panels, but I like them to be a little bit tighter. Maybe not the duckbill exactly, although we do have some people working on that as well. The 8
Right.
panel pub caps. But this one I've showed off before, right? Can you guys got a good look at that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one I've showed off before in some pictures, right?
Yeah, that's sweet looking. Now that doesn't look well, so if you were to compare it now, that's got some poof, but I mean it's not like 1920s Gatsby poof.
No. Yeah, right.
Kind of more in between.
I would call this more like, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're familiar with like a Mukros driving cap,
Right.
that's more what this style is, right?
Okay.
It's I don't know. You guys are getting a decent look there, but
Yeah.
um yeah, it's more that, European driver Shelby style,
Right.
Well,
peaky kind of cap.
see, I've found that, like the one I'm wearing the Evergreen,
Yes.
and this absolutely is like perfect.
Yeah.
For my head, and I've told you my favorite cap I have from you is the Atlantic Gatsby,
Yeah.
and that's even a little more poofier.
The Atlantic
But,
is.
but this one, man, this one's going to get a lot of play this fall.
Beautiful.
And they're rocking the 6 panel. Which one? What was that one called? Blue. Which one was that called? The one she's rocking now.
The Blue Jay.
Blue Jay. That's what it was. Blue Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's an older style 6-panel. And again, I love that cut. That's that manufacturer, like we had that one done and never really got into, like they kind of dropped off the face of the earth. So
Oh, really?
but at the same time, our new 6 panels are like the stitching is a little more reinforced. The sweatbands are better built, I feel like.
Oh, okay.
They're rugged. Same with the 8 panels, the Gatsby's. Like it's the same manufacturer that makes our new Gatsby's and our 6 panels.
Okay.
But so anyway, to go back all the way back to what you're saying, as far as a quick sneak peek of something nobody's ever seen anywhere outside of me and Shaun, my business partner. Like it's this same style, right? So it's this 8-panel newsboy. We'll call it a European driving cap.
Oh man, that is sweet.
Yeah, so this is something in the works. This obviously is a sample that we got made for us, but this is something that we will be coming out with. This will probably be more like January. So these
Ooh,
That's a sweet lid.
yeah,
I'm
this
gonna
this is
need
pretty
that.
nasty. This is pretty nasty. This one and the other 8 panel I just had on and the single panel, like these are all quilted, the
Okay.
liners on the inside. So these are more like winter, winter caps. This one particularly, like
Oh,
this is a pretty heavyweight wool.
okay.
Um,
Damn.
but yeah, I mean, and
Now, what about
then
or is it never
oh,
more heavyweight, or is that more like the quarry? Like, is it more like a quarry, or is it more like the hollow?
the Nevermore is the same
Hmm.
fabric as this, obviously a different colorway. Um, it's it's a brushed wool, so it's I would call it midweight, really. Like it's not super heavy.
Okay.
Um, it's 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 probably like the crest, maybe that type of fabric.
Oh, cool. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a wool blend. It's so realistically, it's probably 30-40% wool.
All right.
I mean, mostly synthetic. It's hard to really say. Like they don't give you great explanations as far as what the composition is.
Yeah.
But the it's soft. It's soft and it's
Nice.
smooth.
Nice. Yeah, nice.
Um,
Yeah.
Ones
Well,
that
I'll
or,
tell you, it's gorgeous.
because I get that fat guy heat, dude. So some of the ones that are like way heavy, there's like a
yeah,
short season that I can wear them. You know what I mean? But
yeah, exactly. So this is going to be like late December, January,
so nice.
February. Once you get into March, you're going to want something else.
Right. That's it. Oh yeah, we got Aunt Ox. Speakeasy is a badass cap. Yes, sir. And then
Yeah,
what?
Now,
speaking of which, it is getting warm in my house right now. Just wearing that. So
now,
Delmer. My
let me
next.
ask you, Swish, have you thought about doing something that was kind of mid range, thickness that was maybe in the uh, kind of red and black type, you know,
color
color scheme?
color wise,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, how much black are you looking at? Because if you check out our red rum, that is a midweight wool blend, and
Well,
that's
I was thinking more of like a plaid type Gatsby.
I got you. I got you. I mean, we're always keeping our eyes open for anything that like catches us that makes us say, oh yeah, let's run with that. And I do like that red black combination. Maybe throw in a little bit of white there too.
Right, right.
Or like a charcoal gray type of thing. Something to usually that 3 tier color scheme is really what makes something really pop.
Because
Um,
what I haven't seen from anybody is a really kind of darkish red, black with kind of a gray or white striping to it. That, to me, that just seems like it would be really nice, really classy, and you'd be able to wear it just about with anything if the red was dark enough.
See, that's the trick right there, right? With red, because with a lot of reds, like they're kind of over the top bright, I guess.
Right.
And that's what we've kind of tried to steer away from that, just because when you get that bright red, it's like, I mean, some people love it, and I mean, to each their own with anything. Some people look at something and be like, "Nah, that's terrible." Other people love it. I like we've put out caps that I'm like, that's not my cup of tea. I'm not,
Well,
you
you
know,
have to. You have to, as an owner, you got
exactly.
to put out stuff that you're going to go. I'm not going to wear it, but somebody else is
Somebody,
going to love it.
yeah, somebody else is gonna love it, and usually it's a few dozen at least that are gonna love it, and and that's kind of what building the portfolio really is about. Is not just, I mean, in the early stages, I guess it kind of starts with, what we want to put out, what we want to wear. But at the same time, we also want to make sure we're kind of, including the fan base in things, what they
Right.
want to. I mean, obviously the fans are the ones buying everything. That's kind of, the end result of it.
Right.
But the early inspirations, yeah, that usually comes from like, man, yeah, I would rock that. I would definitely throw that on my head.
Right. See, because the reason I bring that up is, I see red caps all the time, and I see red and black caps, but I don't see red and black caps that are dark enough to where you can match them with, you know, enough flannels or something of that nature, because it's like you get a bright red and black cap. It, sure, it'll go with a lumberjack looking flannel, but it's
Yeah,
not going to go with, something that's maybe ox blood or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
blood red is exactly what I had in my mind.
All right. So we got.
I'm feeling you.
So what we got here? We got some questions here. Well, we also got some idiot name on troll in the comments, but we Jim Mitchell. What is the name of that 6-panel swish?
That's still classified.
Oh shit, still classified, Jim. We got Baker. You got to get that newsway. What color is that?
This one here, I'm guessing.
Yeah, what is that? Like a gold and like a dark blue in there?
This has like 4 different colors in it. It's actually got, I mean, it's hard to tell right now. My lighting's not good, but it's actually got some like muted greens and some purple, there is some navy blue, and then there's like a tan.
Beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, like a goldish tan kind of. Yeah, I see what you're saying there.
Nice. Yeah, that's definitely a sweet look. I can't wait for that actually, man.
Yeah, that one's pretty dope.
Delmer trying to save money here, and you're making it hard.
It's only gonna get worse, brother.
Right?
Anox, haha, Swisher with the liter of beer. Oh, and speaking of her, speaking of the Blue Jay, how the hell am I have to root on the goddamn Blue Jays in the World Series because I want to see Don Mattingly finally get a ring after like 50 years of baseball. You know what I mean? That's gonna kill me though to root for a division team, man.
Madigan, I gotta tell you, man, the only thing that's kept me from posting the whole Don Mattingly might finally get himself a ring. Where were the Yankees in the early '90s, mid '90s?
Oh, dude, he was a curse. Every time he was on the team, whether a coach, manager, or a player, they just never like he was a player. The year after he leaves, we win the World Series.
Right.
Coach, the year after he leaves, we go on that crazy '90s run. It's the weirdest thing, man. And he's just never won one as a coach, player, manager. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, but
no, it's all good. That was a tongue-in-cheek kind of joke anyway. But
Hey, I got one thing to say about that.
off the top rope,
Freaking
Walker coming off the top rope.
Yeah.
Well, I do hope he gets his ring this year, and I'm with you because I don't like rooting for an AL East team to win the World Series if it's not the Red Sox. But
Yeah, no.
but it's I feel like for the sake of baseball in general, the Dodgers no.
Yeah, I can't root on the Dodgers, man. In general.
Manuel, if you're watching this, my apologies to you, brother, but Dodgers, no.
I can't. I'm the same way. I got to root on the Blue Jays, even though they took the Yankees out, man. But
yeah,
just for Don Mattingly.
I'm usually an American League type of guy, but
Let me interject real quick. I'm going to say this as plain as I can say it to whoever's watching. If you've come into the comments just to be a douchebag, see your way out the door.
don't let it hit you where the good Lord split you.
That's why they come in. And as the show grows, there's going to be more douchebags. That's all.
Yeah.
Worry about it.
Generally
That's a good
speaking,
thing
I'm
I
not.
can't see the comments.
Yeah, I don't even have like I can't figure out how to get the comments on. So if I'm not
I told
responding to any
Shaun, I said
comments,
it's a good thing I can't see them because I got
right?
a mouth.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
So
trying to pull them up as they're coming up. You know, whose smoke alarm is chirping, or am I
Me,
losing? You know, that's Chevy.
okay.
And if Tim Gunther's in the comments, she tried to fix it today, buddy, but
I
her
did. It hurt my
her
ears.
still.
my ears. Yeah.
And Melissa's messaging stuff, trying to ask questions too, but she's at work, so I got to figure out what she's trying to ask.
Oh boy.
Delmer, Dodgers are my team. Yeah, I can't root for them, man.
Sorry about that.
Randy R, how you doing, man?
Well,
And
Todd, down here, I've gotten a lot of compliments on my hat. I had a little boy, well, high school boy, follow me, and I was like, "What does this kid want?" And he was like, "Where did you get your hat?"
All
And
right.
then I went to a restaurant and like I was like, do I have something on my face? Like, what's going on here? I've had a lot the waiters, waitresses, where did you get your hat? Like, because down
That's
here
awesome.
we're not used to it, and it's freaking hot weather. And I don't know if you still sell these or what, but they're very cool. Like I'm not hot in them. Like some hats, people start itching because it's like really, really, really hot.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm just like rocking it all day. I'm just like, man, it feels so comfortable. And
And
me,
you,
I
and you
have a
live
little bit of social anxiety, and so it kind of helps, cover people
Right.
for me.
and,
So
and you live
like, I
way
love
South Texas too, and that's comfortable. So that's
Oh, I
good.
love it. I've been ever since Walker gifted it to me. I've been wearing it a lot.
let me
I
tell you, Debbie,
Yes.
That's
you haven't
awesome.
taken that fucking thing off. You- and I'm
See,
I'm
you're
I'm
walking,
glad to
walking,
see
start
it.
hitting them apple ciders, and you never know what's coming out.
I'm glad to see it. No, seriously. I've sent caps to people before and they don't get worn. And it really I'm glad that you're enjoying it and getting some use out of it.
I
Well,
love it.
it's
I
extra
love to see
special
it.
to me because it's gifted by you, and with the look at this pen. Like, it's so cool. I love it. I feel like one of the scallywags now.
You're
Well,
Like I
definitely a
tell everybody,
scallywag.
I'm a princess scallywag.
You're rocking it. And to
I
Renee,
love
yeah,
it. I love
it
it.
was just one
I
person
I
comments there, but
I want to, or I mean, I would love to order more because it's very comfortable. And valley weather down here sucks. It hits like in the high hundreds, and we're in October, and so like I'll be wearing it, and some people look at me like, man, I bet she's sweating under that thing. But to be honest, I'm not. It's very, very, very comfortable.
Yeah, that's like a soft cotton blend.
I
So it
love it.
does it should breathe, fairly decently. And I love seeing you rock it too because I mean that's it's and I know a lot of that is sentimental. It's like the cap is cool, like the gift part of it definitely probably adds like 100% to it. So DL, I
I
love
told
the
one of
fact that
my
you sent
kids,
it to
do
her.
not touch this cap. This is a special one. I was like, don't touch it.
they're
Well,
addicted.
well,
They're
and,
addicted. It's gonna
and
be the
you're right,
first.
man. Madigan sent me my first Swisher I ever had. He sent me that Atlantic Gatsby, which is my favorite.
Yeah,
And part of that is, hey, it came from a brother. You know, I mean,
exactly.
that's the way that works.
Yeah. So we got a
Like
question here.
Todd, I have a question for you. What made you start to make the caps and stuff? Like, what motivated you, or what? Like, how long have you
So
been doing it? Because I'm all new to this.
we've been in the cap game now for like 3-4 years, something like that, maybe like 4 years selling them, 3 years with our own brand, maybe something like that. The Atlantic, no, actually, I'm sorry, the Quarry was our first, but the Atlantic was our first Gatsby. And
Okay.
what got us into it was so in the early Scally Cat Mafia days,
Mhm.
everybody came into that group with Boston Scally, right? And a lot of people have a lot of negative things to say about Boston Scally. I love what they're doing because it's bringing new blood in and day out. Like they're always kind of like setting the trend, I guess. And which is good for us because it brings more eyes to us.
Mhm.
And I was in that same wave early on, 6, 7 years ago, whatever it was. I started rocking BSC caps, and then in those early Scally Cap Mafia days, I started building my own collection, and I was getting them from, I was building a collection from everywhere I could find, and different companies and all over the world. And a lot of people were like, what are you promoting all these other brands for and stuff? Like, you're selling caps for all these other companies. Why don't you sell them yourself? Like, why don't you make your own? And at first I laughed it off, and then it just kind of kept growing. And then we looked into it and started to find some wholesale deals that we started selling, like some epochs and stuff like that, which are, they're a great brand of cap in their own. And then we got into touch with different manufacturers that could make us our own signature branded stuff. And then we got into touch with people that were willing to work with us on the shapes and different cuts and stuff like that. That's when we really kind of started to be like, yeah, let's go with this. This is something we want to get into and we want to do. And
And you design them yourself?
for the most part, yeah. I mean,
That
like I mean, how much can you really do with a hat? I mean,
yeah.
ultimately they're all within a certain construct, but like this is a perfect example. We were like the original Gatsby's are great. Everybody loves them, but we wanted to kind of shave off a little bit of the poof, and we wanted to get rid of that unicorn thing that was in the front. Only with certain fabrics, it seemed to like just create like a weird bump there, and we wanted to get rid of that and kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
smooth it out some, and that's what this new cut is. And we found people that are willing to work with us, so that's we're off and running.
And that's good, man.
I
And then
love
you're noticing like when you get things and you're switching it up, trying different things, improving it, and that's good. Walker just erased the comment of the question I've been trying to ask for the last 5 minutes. Jesus, Walker, what are you doing? All right. So Brian Marsh, I think it was, wanted to know if he's got if you can stretch a moonshine or a Atlantic cap to a 57 because 57 is not available in his size.
We've had several other people recently do it successfully, yes. And I will actually do a lot of the stretching for you. So here's the thing about stretching too, when it comes to a lot of it, because um, we like when I'm shipping stuff out, when I'm boxing it and I'm pre-steaming it and I'm getting it ready to go, there's a presentability type of factor that goes into it. I want somebody to open their box, and I don't want them to see just a cap that was thrown into a box that's kind of crinkled up and all that stuff. I want them to open a box and be like, damn, that's sweet. So I pre-steam them, shape them up, to a certain extent, because really when you steam it and you shape it to your own head and it kind of contours to your head, like that's kind of a special break-in period too. But I
Right.
Yeah.
but I do want like a certain level of when you pull it out of the box, you can look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's sweet. And so we stuff them. Now the drawback to that is sometimes even when they're in the box and when I've got 70, 80 orders in a day or something like that, and I'm trying to crank through them, because I mean, trust me, I'm getting messages like when we do a drop, I'm getting messages like, can't wait for that to go out. Like I feel the excitement, and I get it. Like I
Yeah.
do feel that excitement. Um, so I'm trying to crank those out as best I can for people. And so I don't always give them as much time maybe on the mannequin head to fully stretch, or I'm not, fully stretching them by hand sometimes. But when they're steamed and and they go in that box, sometimes they will shrink back up just a little bit. Because you think about it, when you steam a cap, what's it do? It loosens up the fibers, right? When it dries, it constricts the fibers back, and sometimes that shrinks it up just a little bit. So if you ever get something that's tight, take your hand and just like literally, take your hands and just pull that sweatband just a little bit, right? I guarantee you that'll loosen it up like half a centimeter, if not a full centimeter.
Yeah.
But so to answer Brian's question, yes, we can stretch a 55 to a 57.
But the other way
Right.
too, to be honest with you, like Swisher's caps are really, they're built like they can take a
Yeah.
beat. They really
Like I got a big old head, and like Walker doesn't know my size. He doesn't know anything, and so he sent it to me, and I put it on, and it was like, wow, like
yeah.
it looks great. And I don't give myself compliments, but
All
when
right.
I
even,
saw it, I was
even
like,
like even like
"Whoa,
shrinking
you
them.
did
Like I
great."
tell you what, like I've taken, I always have more luck going up and then hot water in the cap to bring it down than I do stretching it.
Yeah.
I've ruined a couple, but I think that's because I just cranked the damn thing too hard. But like, so which one was it? One of them was bigger than the other. Was it Old Guard?
The
One of
old guard was definitely like, and
yeah,
I don't know if it was just like, I don't know if it was mislabeled sizing. I don't think so though, because like I've gone through a lot of what we still have, and
right.
I'm hitting them with the caliper measurer, and they're within they're within the actual specs of the cap. Um, but that fabric just seemed to run really loose. Like there wasn't a whole lot of natural elasticity in the fabric. Like
Unfit.
certain fabrics want to pull themselves back in together, and
Yeah.
other fabrics are like, fuck it, I'll stay out here and I'll we'll throw it into the wind. I don't care. And
Right.
that seems like
I
the
literally
old guard.
and I actually literally ran it through the like in the washer, hot water. I mean, not washer, but in the hot water, and then
Okay, that's not me.
Microwave done.
I think that's here.
Letting y'all know.
I don't know. I got Harry the handyman upstairs fucking with shit.
Set it on fire.
Do shit on purpose. They know the show's on, but
See, I'm starting a trend.
Schneider. Hey, that what it was, Schneider, from one day. Yeah, that's what it. But yeah, so I did that, rang it out, and threw it in the dryer.
Yeah.
And the hat came in like a whole size, and it was like perfect, man.
Dude, and with those polyester blends too, like the old guard, the moonshine, the Atlantic is another one too. Those, they need to soften up a little bit sometimes. Soak them, I would, if you're not looking to shrink it a full size or something, but just a little bit, I would start with like a cold soak and then maybe let it air dry, see how that works. If that doesn't shrink it up at all, you know, throw it through I mean, dude, I run my caps through the washer cycle and dryer cycle all the time. Like my wife, I'm always like, she's like, what are your stupid hats doing in the laundry? I'm like, they're dirty. They need to be washed. I don't,
Yeah,
you know,
and yours are sturdy enough they can. I've done that with like ball
yeah,
caps. You ruined them, because the brim, has more of a
yeah.
cardboard base to it. We got Ronnie. Rick only buys from Todd. Yeah, Todd's got some nice caps.
Yeah.
Black Manor, all Walker, what a sweetie pie.
Till you see his former professional wrestling days.
Yeah. Well, she might have been talking about the dog that was sitting on your lap a few minutes ago. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's legit.
And some I didn't see those comments. It was just one guy that was just being an idiot. Black Manor Ronnie.
On the internet? No.
Yeah.
It's because they have nothing better to do.
That's a good question.
Now, I'll tell you, Swish. I haven't had to throw my caps in the washer too often. I've washed my Atlantic Gatsby once, and what I did, I didn't even put it in the actual washer. I put it in the top rack of the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And man, that worked like a charm.
Yep, absolutely. I've done that several, and but I get the same reaction. Like when my wife comes home and she opens up the dishwasher and there's like 5 caps in there, I catch all kinds of hell. But
Yeah,
whatever.
dishwasher's good for that too. You're right.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
so we got 30 spray J. How do you find the right hat? That's a good question because different face shapes, different lots go
That
into
is
that.
a good question. Because like I said, Walker didn't know my head size. He didn't know anything. And so when I put it on, it was like, wow. And you don't find a lot of hats like that.
Hey, I eyeballed it.
Yeah, that's like I call
Yeah,
that the slippers. Like that is the slippers of caps right there. I mean that you want to talk about throwing, you just walk down on a Saturday morning and you want something comfortable, like that I love that one for that.
coming from a woman's perspective, I love it.
That's fantastic. I do love to hear that. Um
Um,
as far as answering the question, how do you find the right cap? That's kind of what this is all about. Like and I've jokingly called it the scally hunt before, because the reality is, and it doesn't matter, I know people love to, bang on the whole Chinese crap. Well, yeah, if you're buying it off of Temu, you're likely to get Chinese crap.
mhm.
There are, but there are also
Chinese flannels and jeans and socks and sneakers and
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There are really good manufacturers in China too but I'm not going to get into all that. I'm just going to say, like, even when you're talking about super reputable, been in business 100 years manufacturers, right? And
Right.
and there's, I know one right off the top of my head we're talking about in Ireland. Poland's got a great one. We might have a couple of caps made from them. They're fantastic.
oh yeah,
These people have been doing it for 100 years. They're professional. They know exactly what they're doing.
yeah,
You can still get different, like you can get the same exact style with technically the same. It's 100% wool. Technically, it's the same fabric, and you can get 3 different caps, and they're all going to fit slightly different because if they're handmade, like the calibration, there's a little bit of leeway in that. So
Mhm.
and I don't know if it's something to do with the dyeing the way they dye the fabrics, the wool, if the tweed, if it gets dyed a certain way with certain colors, but I mean different colored fabrics, but they're the same fabric,
right.
they fit differently. I mean, so I always call it the scally hunt. Like, how do you find the right cap? You just keep trying. And I mean,
Trial and error.
what's that?
Trial and error.
Trial and error is exactly how it is. I mean, you know, is it disappointing to get something that you don't really like the way it fits? Yeah. I mean, and I get that. But if you're talking about not having a place that's near enough by where you can walk in and try caps on, and the reality is that's kind of that's because the last 2 years we had a shop obviously like that, and it just the online e-commerce is literally so big that like even people in our area were still like just order it online, it's easier, right? And with us with free shipping and stuff and returns, we're pretty easy with returns. I mean, we'll exchange pretty much anything for it if you don't like it. I don't want to. That's the thing. Like, obviously, selling hats is a big deal for us, right? That allows us to continue in this business. But at the same time, I don't want to just sell hats that, I don't want you to buy a hat and you get it and if you're not going to wear it, that doesn't do me any good
Right.
on the next hat that we're putting out, or the next 2-3 hats we're putting out, right? So we want to make sure our customers are not only getting hats that they think are cool, that they like the fabrics and stuff, but they like to wear. And that's kind of so how do you find the right hat? Dan nailed it. You know, Walker's on the money with that one. Trial and error.
Yeah.
You find styles that you feel like fit you best. And Shaun, I think you touched on it earlier too. Like different face and head shapes will change certain things. You know, some people think they look stupid as hell in some of the big 8 panels. Other people just naturally put them on, and it's
It's same
money.
skinny faces, like smaller skinny faces. You know, you got that look great in duck bills, you know, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then me with this fat Irish mug, you know, I put it on and it looks like I'm gonna twirl away. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, what you say is true because look, you know, a couple of years ago, I was 300 pounds, and I'd put on a cap, any cap, and I just looked like a fucking mess. And once I lost the weight, I was able to throw on a Gatsby and go, okay, that looks good. You know, you know, there's a lot of things that play factor.
Yeah.
But
Attitude.
like
Attitude, I think, is the one I found that's the biggest. Like, if you're comfortable in it and you're confident, you know, and like that makes you feel kind of confident. You ever watch that Winnie the Pooh, you know, where Piglet like needed the earmuffs to ice skate?
Yep.
So that's like, I mean, if you're confident in what you're wearing, anything will look good on you. You know, I mean, there's no magic to it. Not real. Well, I don't want to say that because it is magic. I think that's part of the magic, right?
For me, it's inner magic.
Inner magic, exactly. Like it's just that, you know, how do you feel wearing it?
yeah,
But yeah, you're right. I mean, there are a lot of different factors that go into like, you know, if you're looking for a very specific event or like, you know, you're looking to dress something really, you know, dress up to it, or if you're looking for something that you can just knock around in. I mean, there are a lot of different, but again, it goes to trial and error. Personally, I think the 8 panels and the legitimate crowns, those are a little more dressy up. But at the same time, dude, I'll wear them with a t-shirt. I'll wear them with a hoodie. I went and fucking picked up pellets today, and you know,
I'll,
I
I'll wear
don't.
I'll wear it with gym shorts and
Yeah,
get her on, man, and rock that freaking cap.
yeah. And who's gonna say shit about it? Because like
Yeah.
that's just the attitude that kind of comes with it, right?
And
My wife
like,
laughs at me
what was it
because
87, 88 when my grandma bought me my first one, you know, and you know, and it was from Ireland and stuff because my grandpa always wore them, you know. So I've been rocking it then and kind of just going with the trends and right around the early days of like, you know, when I got in with Sky Cat Mafia too, you know, then I started exploring like all these like because I used to when I got a hat, I would go drive to the Irish store, you know what I mean, and buy
Yeah,
one of the ones they had there, and then started doing that. And you know, in Mafia, seen so many different
yeah.
cats. Else, it blew my mind, man. As you know, I'm buying 2 a week for like 4 months when I first joined. You know,
Yeah, it's hard not to get caught up in that. I mean, I get that.
and the and now beard oils, it's a mess, man. Speaking of that, I got a couple of them to go over. Hey, Debbie, where's your little reviewer at?
Oh, my son. Let me go
Yeah,
get him.
all right. We
well,
got
well,
we
you're
got
going and getting them. I just wanted to say,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what you?
my wife, she laughs at me because I walk around the house in my pajamas with a cap on, just watching TV or whatever, and she'll be like, "You're home," and I'm like, "Yeah, but it's comfortable. Just leave me alone."
I remember a few years ago in Mafia before I started Scallywags, and I took a picture literally the night I had a heart attack, and I'm in the Macruz cap with the whole thing all done up, and I'm giving the finger with my cap on. There
This
he
is
is.
our little reviewer. Hey.
Hey,
There
what's
he
up?
is.
What's up, my man?
This is my oldest son, Luke.
Hey, Luke.
What's going on, bud? So let's see that. Let's see that cool shirt, man.
Oh, that awesome shirt. I'm just kidding. Here, can you see it?
Nice,
Flaming beard.
Yeah.
awesome, man.
Does it feel comfortable?
Yeah, it's really comfortable.
He was so
Does it-
excited to get it.
That's awesome. And
Well, let
Ronnie's comments, so she's saying it too. And that
And
what did you
tell Ronnie what kind of oil you're putting on your hair.
I put on the
Demented one.
Demented one.
the Demented one? Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, this one's
Oh, yeah.
mine, but he had these how they look, and she gave him a sample one too. Except his had the Demented one, and he loved it.
Nice.
Well, let me tell you, he looks demented.
In a bad way or a good way.
Yeah, that Demented.
It's only a good way on Wednesday nights, bro.
And let me tell you, Ronnie, we love you. You know what? It warms my heart to see you when you send stuff to the younger generation. I know this guy, when he gets a little older and it starts kicking in, he's going to grow that face fur.
Oh yeah. He already tells me the boys at school are getting mustache, Mom.
That's it. Getting close, man. Getting close.
Yeah. But I was like, when I saw him put it on, I was like, man, and I need to get me one.
Luke, how old are you?
I'm 11.
You're 11.
Yep.
Let me tell you something. No joke. I started shaving when I was 12.
Oh, snail.
What?
So you're on your way.
He's coming, man.
He also became a professional wrestler, so be careful with
Oh
that.
yeah, he was a wrestler.
Not until I was 13.
Well, look,
Off
Ronnie's
the top
watching.
rope.
Thank you.
But he didn't specify that he was really a referee for midget wrestling. But
Hey, you know,
I'm just, if I didn't break Walker's stones, man, it would be a bad day.
if he didn't break my balls, I think he hated me.
But tell Ronnie thank you.
Man,
Thank you.
Maybe one day I'll give you my wrestling voice.
that's it.
Oh, you just
think
hooked me for life.
Right. All right.
All
So,
right.
so Walker, you had something you wanted to bring up too, right? Some beard stuff. I got one myself, man. I wanted to bring up real quick.
Yeah.
And speaking of Ronnie too, not to put her on the spot, but I'm trying to get her on next Wednesday's show, so if she's seeing this, you know what I mean. Hint, hint.
Oh, yes. I want you on. I want to meet you.
Shaun, I'm going to tell you what, before I get into mine, go ahead with yours because I'm going to chime in too.
Okay. All right. So I got to bring this one up, man. I brought up a couple last week of Ronnie's ones and a couple other ones. This one, man, the Abaddon from Black Manor Grooming. This one blew me away today. Well, she sent it quick and it's been sitting in my box, but I've been going through this damn treatments and getting this thing installed and all this other stuff. So I haven't had a chance.
The bitch.
So I got it today, and man, this is a Hell House LLC tribute scent. I don't know if there's any more available. Renee, if you're still in the comments, can you let us know if there is any more available? But this one was so unique. It's got the damp basement feeling with the fermented fruit coming through. I mean, this one was ridiculous good, man. I love this one. She captured that perfect with that kind of creepy damp basement. But that fermented fruit kind of almost made me anyway feel like it was like an abandoned wine cellar type of scent, man. In a dungy basement, you know. It really just really good. The profile is dust, mildew, damp air, cement floor, aging wood, fermented fruit, and light florals. So I had to give that one a shout out because this jumped to really high on my list of these fall drops. So
Yeah.
If she just said there's some left,
15 left. So you don't want to miss that. Go grab that one.
absolutely. Because let me tell you, Shaun hit it on the head. This is like, you know, I did a review of this and I was trying to figure out what exactly it smelled like, and he hit it. It's like going into a haunted house, going into the basement wine cellar. This is absolutely a fantastic top-notch scent. You read the profile and you think, what? But
Yeah.
this is phenomenal.
Well, I tell you what, all the ladies, all the ladies do that on the ones that they're putting out, man. You read the profile and you're thinking, I don't know if that'll work well with, and it works. It works. They
Yep,
find a,
did the same thing. Renee did the same thing with Sweet Decay.
oh yeah, that's a banger
And,
too. Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, the ladies are really pushing the envelope and kind of, uh, they're innovators.
Yeah. No, definitely. You know, where some are, you know, call it what it is. Some are still pushing the same old tobacco oud and you know, teak wood or something. You know what I mean? I
Yep.
like all these really unique scents. There was even one from Wicked Wednesday that I thought I ordered it and I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, man, because it had licorice in it. But man, what an awesome
The lovers.
yeah, lovers. That's what it was. Yeah, what an awesome scent. And you got an order from Tameless. That's cool, man. She's killing it too. She's been real busy with her opening this week, but
Dexter.
and Ox says
Sorry, guys.
Lucas definitely looks like his mom.
Oh, yeah. He always gets asked at school, "Are you half Asian?" And they're like, "No."
But all right, Walker.
But
So what do you got, man? Before I get
man, Melissa's products have been really, really good too. Like I gotta give a shout out to her too because she sent me some stuff last week and I tried one of her soaps and oh my god, I fell in love. Like it felt really good. I even told her I get one to my mom because she suffers, with dry skin. As you get older, your skin gets a little dry, and down here it gets even more dry because of the heat. And so I told her pick one, and she picked the Bruja one, and she goes, "Oh man," she goes, "Feel my arm." So I felt it. I was like, "Wow,
Yeah,
it
for
worked.
real.
she's got
It
heat.
really
Absolutely.
worked." And I like the fact that it's all natural. Like now these days, you don't know what the hell they're putting in products, and I love the fact that it's all natural stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And with Ronnie's, I gotta say, with Ronnie's, what I like is that she puts, a little bit scent for men, and then she puts a little bit for women, and I love it. I love how she does that because then I tell the couples or the married couples, I say, look, it's nice for both of y'all to enjoy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then some of them, like Melissa, makes her strongest scents women ones. Like I'm sitting there doing a
Mhm.
review. One of her strongest, most potent, punch you in the throat scents was Vampirus, and here I'm doing a review. Like I love some Vampirus. You know what I mean? And I'm like, but I do because it's like stronger than like freaking half the man scents. And I think she did that on purpose.
She does
But
it just so we'll have to review it.
yeah. But
But
all
the
right, well,
women are kicking ass out
gosh,
there
so
with their product.
Uh, you want me to go?
yeah. Because
All
we
right.
got waiting for 20 minutes now, and we still didn't get to horror yet.
First and foremost, Stacy from Wicked Wednesday sent me this, and
Nice.
it's fantastic. This is Ghost Stories.
Oh,
Ghost Stories is vanilla, charred cedar, pipe tobacco, honey, tonka bean, and sandalwood. And let me tell you something. She's coming back, and she's coming back with a vengeance. This is sweet. It's dark. It's smoky. And I highly suggest you go check out Wicked Wednesday Soap Company.
Nice.
The second one I wanted to talk about real quick. This is Bones, Beard, and Body. This is called Tonight.
Tonight,
And
tonight.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
that might be the IPAs. I don't know.
yeah, there you go. This is hard to read, so hold on. This is white oud, white musk, dragon fruit,
That's a
and
sweet cap you got on there, Dan.
crystallized ginger. And this was a collaboration between Jimmy Bones and another member of the community named Pat Archambault. And let me tell you something. This is fantastic as well. Check out Bones, Beard, and Body. And the third thing I was going to say is this, is keep your eye out, because coming soon in the next year, this guy is going to be coming out with some kick-ass beard stuff.
All right, so there you have it. Bones, Beard, and Body. All right, so I'll do this real quick, a little horror breakdown. So since the last show, I seen Black Phone 2, so I just wanted to go over that, man. Absolutely stellar movie. I mean, I absolutely loved Black Phone 2. It really came off the first one, man. It hit on everything. Plus, it has this whole like Freddy Krueger vibe. He's like, coming out in dreams. I thought it was actually better than the first one. I really love that movie a lot, man. So highly recommend that if you're looking for a cool movie to go see. Streaming wise, Weapons comes out Friday on HBO Max, I believe. So that, because I missed that one in the movies, and that one killed it in the box office. What else? I'm forgetting some of the stuff. And if you like ones that are a little on the not as hard side, R.L. Stein's Pumpkinhead. I said earlier it gave me goosebumps. Nobody caught my dad joke. That was a dad joke fail right there. But anyway, great movie, and that's free on Tubi. It is more teen based, but really cool movie. I love R.L. Stein and Goosebumps and all that stuff, so I thought it was a really good movie. Devil in Disguise, John Wayne Gacy. I'm halfway through that. That is a really good documentary on John Wayne Gacy.
I was going to ask you how that is.
It's good. I like it so far. I mean, so far it's pretty legit. Like, they haven't wavered a lot off of it. It starts off when John Wayne Gacy basically gets caught with the last kill, and it's being told through the mom and the detective's eyes, and then it's flashing back to the other murders and everything. So I like the way they're doing it. I really think that's really good, and I like the way he plays John Wayne Gacy. I love Brian Dennehy's one, but that really wasn't John Wayne Gacy. He wasn't really as brash as that. He was more kind of a little down, a little, soft-spoken guy. You know what I mean? But, and yeah, that's it. All right, well, we gotta hurry to get through so we can talk about Ed Gein. Yeah, I haven't seen Ed Gein. After I heard everybody's review, I switched it over to Devil in Disguise and skipped over Ed Gein till later. But yeah. But Walker, what do you got on some Ed Gein, and how far did you get, Renee? Did you watch it all, or how far did you get?
Well, with Ed Gein, I went into it with high hopes. I know a lot about the case. I actually researched the case several years ago for a friend of mine that was doing an art project, and went into it with high hopes, and Netflix dropped the ball, man. They added so much speculation and conjecture into it that it just didn't do it for me. There wasn't enough fact versus speculation, and it is what it is. Some people loved it, but most people, I'm hearing, weren't happy with it.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people for different reasons didn't really care for it. Like, and not even just because of the facts thing. I mean, listen, you can't be a Conjuring fan and then complain about something else being not truthful. You know what I mean? Because Conjuring was about
and that's true. And
but
every TV show is going to have a bit of fantasy in it, right. But I think the people who know the Ed Gein case were upset with the fact it was never proven that he killed his brother. He only admitted to killing 2 people, and they made it out like he killed multiple.
And towards the end, it was mostly for Hollywood.
And you got to expect that they're going to inject Hollywood into whatever you're watching.
Yeah.
But
There was a lot I couldn't watch.
to
I
me,
was
it
like,
jumped around too much. There was too much fantasy with the Nazi stuff, and it just got convoluted and confusing.
Yeah. I heard everybody's report, and I'm like, you know what? I'm switching over to well, I finished I finished actually Hell Motel, and that's another fantastic show if you're looking for something to watch. That's AMC Plus. And that's based off it's done by the guys that does the Slasher series, and that
Nice.
you can all them on Netflix. Slasher was a really good anthology show. But so I switched to The Devil in Disguise. I'll catch up on it. Ruined the whole thing for me, but it was still an entertaining, really good movie. But it just tweaked.
Look, if you go
Follow
into
the timeline a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, that's a big jump, man.
Yeah.
if you go into Ed Gein thinking, okay, I'm gonna watch just this weird, semi creepy, show, then you'll be good.
Yeah.
But if you go into it thinking you're gonna get a factual, historical
That's how
document,
that's how I explain Halloween 3 to people. Just don't go in pretending to see like Michael Myers and you'll be all right. Pretend it's not a Halloween franchise movie, you'll be all right.
River Shamrock.
Shamrock and love the shit. What we've got. All right, so what we got? Let's bring Bill on here real quick, man, because he's been holding out in the Bill, what's going on, bud?
What's going on with you guys? Good to see everybody.
What's up, Bill?
To see you.
Hey, it's good to see everybody. Got a lot going on. I wore one of your hats tonight, Todd. I got my Ranger.
The Ranger. That's a versatile cat.
I wear this a lot. I got 2 green sweatshirts for work, and it matches perfect. So
nice.
But we'll start off with pin I got on it. Our irritation came in, and those are all the pre-orders are shipping out tomorrow morning. So that came in, and I see Antox is on. Antox unboxed our Harvest Reaper.
Nice.
We got a couple left. I think there's like a 56, couple 58s, and 160 left, I think. So that blew out pretty quick. So we have a few of those left. I tell you, something that surprised me was we did this Bad Moon pin, and I really didn't. I designed it with Luther, and it was just going to be kind of like a fill-in pin for something to throw out towards Halloween.
Right.
And it took off. We put it up, and it's just about sold out. So,
wow, nice.
I don't know if it's the skulls or the crow or what, but it blew out pretty good.
It's everything. It's amazing.
Yeah, the name is cool too. That helps.
Yeah.
They also,
and the videos y'all do to advertise it. Oh my gosh. I hope you don't mind. I've been sharing them a lot.
No, I don't mind at all.
They're so cool, like how they come to life and then it goes into a pin. That's badass.
AI is wonderful. It's a little trial and error, but on some of it, but because AI doesn't exactly understand everything we're trying to do. But those of you guys, the Frankenstein pin is gone. I got a couple messages while I was waiting to come on. It's gone. Sorry. It's sold out. Actually, I think Andy Barrett got the last one. So
wow.
if you're looking for that one, there are maybe 10 of the Jack-O-Nade left. I don't know how well you can really see that. The pumpkin hand grenade. There's about 10 of those left. And also getting almost to the end is our Red Friday pin. There's about 10 of these left too. So those are just about gone.
Nice.
And I'm going to switch hats here, Todd, because damn it, I love the Ohio State hat you made.
That one doesn't get as much love as it should, I think. Like
it's a great hat. I wear it on Saturdays. I don't want all the luck to come out of it, so
right.
Now Todd needs to make a fighting Irish cat. What's up with a Fighting Irish cap, bud?
Yeah, he's already got Ohio State. I'm expecting to be able to wear that on championship day. And last but not least, I know not one of your caps, Todd, but I couldn't stand that stupid stitching on the Scarecrow. I took it off. I mean, I love the colors. I love the pattern on it, and it fits our corn pin. So,
you didn't like those stitch placements?
I didn't like them at all. I left it on one side just to have it on there. But I mean, I think it took me 15 minutes with small pair of like cuticle scissors and tweezers, and it came right off. And I just think the hat looks so much better without
I actually didn't mind those like kind of crazy placements on that, but I didn't get it because I can't. I haven't bought BCS too often lately, but the flat panel ones just don't sit on my head right. If they would have made that an 8, I might have considered it. You know what I mean? But
yeah, see, I love the Shelbys and I love the flats, and 6 panels. I'm not a huge 8 panel fan, the duckbill BSC type cap. I'm not that big of a fan of it, but I like the other. I like a lot of the flats, and I like the Shelby style. That's Luther. He sent me a Brixton because all I was wearing was flat caps. He said I got to try something different, so he sent me a Brixton. I think he got it for $5 off eBay or something. And
Brixton's not bad.
Brixton makes nice caps.
Pardon?
Brixton makes nice caps for sure.
They do. I mean, that's probably what got me out of my comfort zone, because I was probably buying the other stuff just strictly BSC, stuff. And then I got that Brixton, and then I started looking at, Todd's stuff and other guys' stuff, and I'm like, oh man, there's some really nice caps. And then, every time a box shows up, my wife says, "Is that another hat?" I probably have more than I will ever admit to, but I could probably wear a new one, probably almost every day.
Well, remember, it's always better to beg for permission than ask. It's
better to ask for forgiveness than to get permission.
Right.
That's
Better to hide the shit in the garage and don't tell nobody.
My man.
Coming for the wrestler.
Nobody. She really doesn't say all that much because her hobby is a horse. So I'm still way behind.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the other pin I want to plug our cancer awareness pin. I'd like to close that out. If you haven't bought one, please go ahead, grab it. We want to make our donation the end of the month, and I believe Chris is back from Europe today or tomorrow, so watch for the autism cap. That I think they're here. I think they cleared customs, but I haven't heard from him yet. But I expect them to go up maybe over the weekend. So
all right, nice.
I'm sure he'll post a bunch of stuff. He'll give us a heads up. And I did say I would give away a Sam from Trick or Treat pin. They're getting hard to find. I have one here. This is not a Pinheads pin. I got it in a trade for some pins, and I want to give one away. So DL, do the honors. A number between 1 and 14.
11.
11 is Dark Elf. So Dark Elf, you won the pin. Reach out to me. We'll get it in the mail to you. We'll do another one next week. I got one more Trick or Treat Sam to give away.
Nice.
And that's all I got, except one question for Todd. You coach kids. I've coached football and baseball for forever, from 4th grade through semi-pro. On football, and then through high school and in baseball. You got to give these kids nicknames, right? Come on, give me a good nickname.
Oh my God! I'm not sure the internet is made for that. that's an admission of guilt that I'm perfectly okay telling the kids what their nicknames are, and maybe even a few of their parents. I don't know if that's something we should ever put on the internet though. There have been some good ones though.
Oh yeah, I mean we've got. I mean we had a kid whose last name was Ralston. We called him Dog Chow. You know, we had one kid who's like Kaskarowski or something. We called him Alphabet. But yeah, there were some,
Right?
yeah, we had 3 Brandons on the team. We had Black Brandon, White Brandon, and Puerto Rican Brandon. Because you couldn't just go, "Hey Brandon."
Right?
And the one little kid's brother was Brandon, and you get 4 kids running at you. But you know that was back in the day when you know that was in the late '90s. Now parents just don't appreciate good nicknames anymore.
Some of them do still up here, but I pick my spots for sure.
Yeah. I realized that we had a coach who decided it'd be a good idea to put the kids' nicknames in the program.
Yeah, that could cause some issues.
Yeah, we got a call from the athletic director, and I just said I just printed the program. I didn't proofread it. I had nothing to do with content.
You got some parent who's going, "Hey, why is my kid named Meat Train?"
All right.
Yeah, well, yeah, we had a few. We had a few that are stories from when we're not on the internet.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
well,
know.
I did a tour of 15 years at an inner city school, so
Right.
for football. So yeah, we it's just one of those things, and it's better when the kids come up with them and then you just use them.
That's you. Yeah. That's 90% of the nicknames where they come from. I feel like is from the kids. But sometimes I completely do not understand those nicknames either because there's no rhyme or reason to them. Like I don't even know. They're like noises. They're not even words. They're noises.
I know.
They're
It's like baseball kids talking this like weird language now, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, right. So yeah, 6, 7. You know what's funny about that? So we're doing our awards bank. We had just lost in the state semifinals, and this is like literally like 2 days later. It was terrible timing. We have our awards banquet, our spring awards banquet, and I'm trying to think of stuff to say. Like I got a bunch of we had I think we had 5 or 6 seniors or something like that. So we had some kids that were like, fuck, and and I can feel the angst behind. So I'm trying to find something nice to say, and I'm like, this year in large part was the success. We had a nice winning streak. I think we won like 6, 7 in a row, something like that, and they just came unglued. And one of the senior captains was like, "You said 6, 7 like 3 times in your speech," and I'm like, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Like, what does that mean? but I mean, it literally like it lifted the whole auditorium up. It was, it ended up working out kind of cool. I didn't mean it, but it worked out well. So
that works.
No, we had we had an awards banquet. We had one of the Cleveland Browns come to talk. Nice. And the Cleveland Brown that I can't remember his name, but he became a criminal judge in the county court system, and he walks in and one of our kids just flips out. He'd sentenced the brother to life. And so it was a rough start to that banquet.
Whoops.
Yeah, so I was just curious because I know you coached quite a bit, and we could probably swap some great stories.
Yeah, there are some definitely, there's some great nicknames out there that flow through, but
and some of the bus ride stories probably aren't too bad either.
Generally we have smaller groups.
Okay.
Being a small, so it's a little easier to pinpoint stuff and kind of snuff it out ahead of time because, like, you know, same way I was when I was a teenager. You know, like the stuff that I thought I was innovating on. You know, that's been done decades and decades, and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
goes in cycles. So like I smell stuff starting to brew, and I'm like, no, let's not do that.
yeah, and then then you get the look from the kid like, how did you know that was going to happen? I'm like, dude, I've been doing this for 30 some odd years. You're not doing anything unique.
Yeah, you dumbasses not remember when you got in trouble for that same thing last year?
yeah, that too. Yeah,
Dumbass. That's my prototypical nickname right there, I suppose.
Well, I had half of my baseball team this year, and this is not to go political, but half of my baseball team gets attention this year because they installed tampon machine in his bathrooms because they could have periods too, I guess. So in the high school, and I'm not saying this to be political, so don't nobody jump my shit, but like. What do you think teenage boys are going to do? They made slingshots out of the damn thing.
My God.
2 ball players asked me if you could use them for diarrhea. I'm like, really, dude? I'm like, it was the wildest thing, man. And I'm over here trying to talk to teachers like, can you guys like, they're teenage boys, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but they spent a lot of money to give the boys spitballs, this year.
Real quick, when I was on the wrestling team in high school, the first time I broke my nose,
they work awesome for that.
He grabbed a tampon, shoved it up my nose. I got 2 strings hanging out of my nostrils, and he looks at me and he goes, "Hold on." And here's the side of my nose. He goes, "Pop," and yanks them out and goes, "Get back in there."
Yep.
I'm like,
100%.
Dude, when I high school, that was the most insane experience ever, man, and I loved it, man. But that was
I played quite a bit of hockey, and you can't do it anymore. I got my right underneath my bottom lip. I got it split open. They stitched it in the locker room, and I went out and played. Now it's a hospital. Now it's an ambulance ride.
Yep.
Yeah.
To they got to call the squad, and I mean I'm like, really?
My high school wrestling career, and when I went into professional, I've broken my nose 5 different times, and each time I've had a damn tampon shoved up my nose.
They work great,
man. Same thing with duct tape, man. Duct tape will fix anything, man. I can't count how many times you know what I mean?
Duct tape, super glue. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my own kid still talks crap on me. He gets mad because I gave him a lap for being late to practice, and I drove him. He's like, "You drove me." I'm like, I don't embrace excuses, son.
You should have been in the car sooner.
That was like 3 years ago. He hasn't let it go, man.
Yeah, well, if you're practicing near a track, Todd, you can always send a kid on a mile of misery, which is running the track, and then you hit the stands. You're up and down every row. Go around the other side, up and down, up and down, up and down. And they got to do it 4 times.
Right.
You get good behavior because the linemen do not want to do that.
Oh, God.
They once you send them on a mile of misery, the linemen police everything because the big guys don't want to do that.
Let me answer Andy Barrett real quick. Andy asked me what weight class I wrestled in high school. I was 175 to 185.
I was a 189 pounder myself.
I was 189 also. Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah.
And
right.
DL Dan, to your point, when I coached varsity wrestling, I used to, in our med kit, I had a bunch of, so I didn't want the kids with the strings and the whole tampon, like that turns into a fucking mess. So I would cut them up into smaller pieces and just like same thing. Like you get a bloody nose, you just shove that up in there and go back out and do your thing. Like it is what it is.
Also, you got to think, when I was wrestling in high school, that was like 1985, 86. They didn't think about it. They were like, fuck him. Let him have the strings hanging out of his nose.
No, that's because coaches were like, I'm not touching those.
My baseball coach.
The coaches back then thought it was a character building experience.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a different world then, man. I mean, my baseball coach, man, used to like sit on his beer cooler and throw baseballs at us.
Yeah, right. I know.
Or even now, even some of the stuff you could do in games. Like I used
the heydays.
to be a catcher, and I would get a glisten in my eye when I saw that kid round third trying to come home on me. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be a battle, man, and I'm holding on to that ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But nowadays, man, I had a kid truck a catch. Oh man, it was like the end of the world, and it was like, you know what I mean? You can't do a lot of stuff anymore you used to be able to do in sports, man. That's
yeah.
And I mean,
now these days, parents are vicious. I helped my dad talk to T-ball, and oh man, the parents are vicious.
Oh, yeah, even in T-ball.
After that,
none of them want to coach.
No,
none of them want
to. They don't want to.
Yeah, that's the thing. None of them want to coach. No,
or officiate. Like they don't want to coach or officiate.
They want
to sit in the stands and tell everybody else how what they should be doing.
And that used to be
that's 100%. Why doesn't my kid get more playing? And why doesn't my kid start? I go, come up to practice and watch, and then you tell me.
Well, put it this way.
We'll
put it this way. Real quick story because we got to wrap it up. We're
all right.
An hour and a half. But real quick story. So I got a call. The lady wanted to sign her kid up for baseball, for rec. I'm like, and she's like, oh, I think he can pitch. I mean, he's a solid shortstop. I mean, he's pounding the boys, this, that. I'm like, oh, great. I'm like, has he ever played before? She's like, no, he's first year, this, that, and the other thing. And, but I really think he'd be a solid shortstop, this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, okay, how old's your kid? She goes, 4. I'm like, what, 4? I'm like, yeah, he's in T-ball, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, wow. Like the whole spiel, like he was like 12 years old, like starting in the majors or something, what I mean? It was funny. That just cracked me up. But
everybody thinks their kid is a star.
Yeah. Well, here in my town, it's the town that Mike Trout came from. So now there's a lot more scouts in town and a lot more other things. So a lot of people really are, ham up for it a little bit, Plus, we had that Chase Petty kid just get signed out of here and stuff like that. So them scouts have been floating around. So, but all right, guys. Bill, you got anything else for us?
I am good, sir. Everybody have a good one. I'll talk to you next week. I think Luther might take next week for me. I'm having some eye surgery tomorrow, so I don't know what my face is going to look like.
All right. Good luck with that, man.
Good luck.
Oh, yeah. It's nothing major. It's just probably going to be swollen, and I may or may not feel like it. I'm trying to get the note for the week off of work.
There you go.
There you go.
You guys have a good one. Appreciate it, Todd. Good to talk to you.
You as well, Bill. Thank you.
Have a good one. I'll see you. I'll talk to you during the week.
Thanks. All right, buddy. There we go. We thank Pinheads for sponsoring us, man. Pinheads and Scallywags pretty much been sponsoring the show. So give a nice shout out to Bill and Luther over there at Pinheads, sponsoring us up, man. And we actually on the outro is going to have some Demented show gear, made up a shirt and cap for the show. If you love the show, want to rock the show, it's out there on the outro. Todd, there was one other question I was going to ask you and I forgot what it was. So do you have it? So you don't know when Nevermore is going to drop then? Obviously, day now and you'll make the announcement pretty much type of deal.
Yeah, I'll make a bunch of noise when it does come in, but I'm hoping anywhere in the next day or two, Friday was our target date. It's been in the mail for over a week now, so
okay,
it should be landing literally anytime.
In Guam.
No, it better have already hit stateside and be coming my way, but Um, generally it's like 8 to 10 days shipping or whatever from when it ships out to when it hits us. So should
Okay.
be should be here. That's what I was really hopeful it was going to come today, but
You should be making an announcement within the next 3 days.
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And we
This,
got
this,
Brian Hirsch real quick saying, "Tell Todd thanks for answering the question about stretching the hats. I placed my order of 2 more Swishers."
all
And
right.
Scott,
Thank you.
Scott Hills, Todd, is your place open every day?
We are back to just being in e-commerce. So technically, yeah, we're open 24/7.
Oh, you don't have the storefront anymore?
No, we closed the storefront down.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was both like time constraints and just, profitability. It really it was cutting into our online sales. And we were kind of like looking at it like it's just not. We had 2 options basically. This is the way we looked at it. Either we can incorporate other stuff into the store and sell a bunch of stuff
Right.
to make it more foot traffic,
Make it
but
more
we didn't,
affordable.
yeah, but we didn't really want to do that. We wanted to focus on our signature brand caps, and put out, that's what we want to do. We want to be putting out our signature brand caps, and we want to get to the point where we're literally dropping at least every month, if not twice a month. So this gives us just more flexibility financially. It gives us more flexibility for certain time wise, because like all the other stuff that I do too, that was getting in the way. We're like, hey, can you work Saturday? I can't work Saturday. Shit, store's not going to be open Saturday.
Yeah.
And it just
With baseball tournaments and everything else too. So.
yeah, exactly. Both of us we got full tilt schedules, so.
But if anybody's wondering, though, that hasn't bought from Swisher, man, whether the store or not, he offers free shipping with his caps.
Yeah.
I've never waited on, and I've been buying from you since before you even caps. Remember, I started with you when you were just socks and shirts, and then kind of into all those caps and stuff. But you never wait. It's always shipped, quick, man. I've never had issue from Swish.
I've ordered, I think, 6 from Todd, and I live in Georgia, and he's in Vermont. And let me tell you something, I usually get my caps within 5 days.
Yeah, I try to get them out as fast as I can. And I will say this. So the storefront, no, we don't actually have a storefront, right? We shut that down. But if anybody is going to be in my local area and they know like ahead of time and they want to come check stuff out. I mean, obviously we still have storage area for our caps. It still takes space to be able to do all of our online orders and everything. So, if anybody wants to shoot me a message or whatever and say, hey, I want to check stuff out in person, dude, I will set up time and, I'll make sure we get together and we can figure something out and I'll show you what we got. I'll let you try some stuff on.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking that trip up there one time, man. Have a beer with you and that lodge you got up there, that one lodge place. But
after our Texas World Tour, we're gonna have to go to Vermont.
What's that?
After the Texas tour, we're gonna have to go to Vermont.
Yeah, man.
Oh, we can ride some bulls up here too. Trust me. They're a little more easygoing up here, though.
Four caps from Todd, and they'd never take longer than 5 days, and I'm in Texas. Yeah, he's quick, man. Jeffrey, Sebastian, best customer service in the business. Yeah, man. Yeah, it'll definitely be.
Appreciate y'all.
Any problems ordering from Swish, and all the caps are high quality, man.
So, Matt, again, hold on real quick. I just want to, about the whole storefront closing thing. I mean, I'm giving the sound bite for it, as far as like, hey, time, money, this and that. Really comes down to exactly like you want to come up to Vermont and grab a beer. Man, what if I had to have the store open on a Saturday for that? It's just,
Right.
I'm not going to be. So,
Yeah. Well, I would just Jay and sign
nah,
up
I'm kidding.
in front of your store, but
We'll bring,
but no,
we'll bring you, we'll bring you, your old coach, and his cooler right in.
that's it. That's it. That's but yeah, no, it's a lot, man. 'Cause you got a lot on your plate between working and then
Yeah.
baseball in and of itself, man. I know, and I'm only doing rec and the all stars with rec. When you're adding in high school and travel and everything else, I
6
mean,
days a week.
time job in and of itself, man.
Yeah.
And look, I owned my own guitar business for 12 years, and it's tough. When you've got family and you've got everything going on,
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah. And if it was full time, that's one thing, but like, it just, the foot traffic really wasn't enough. I mean, we had some great days. Don't get me wrong. Like, it wasn't like we didn't make any money at the shop. We had some great days where we would have, you know, families come through, and I mean, we were selling dozens and dozens of caps, but those days were, kind of stretched out. I mean, it's a small town. It's not like I live in a city or anything like that. It's not like I sell milk and bread, so it's not something people are coming to, it's like a niche kind of shop. And,
let me ask you this real quick before we got to go. Are you still doing like shows, like fairs?
oh yeah.
and stuff?
Yep,
Cool.
absolutely.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so those work too, And
Yeah.
then online thing's really where it's at. You can ship it anywhere in the world, man. You got, you got all. It is nice to have a shop. I even thought about that one day down the road with like a bearded scallywag store, but it might run into the same issue. Unless you put it in a busy area somewhere and
Yeah.
and pay top notch for being in a busy area somewhere. It can
Yeah.
get hard, man.
Yeah,
But,
it's one of those things you gotta kind of weigh several times. And I mean, this is a conversation we've been having over the last 5 or 6 months. Like, is this really, I don't even want to say worth it, because to me it was still kind of worth it.
right.
But it was more like, is
Is it
this really what
feasible?
we want to be doing?
Yeah.
And it wasn't. I don't want to be confined to a physical schedule, physical space. Like, like, just with the online orders and stuff, I can fill those. And other than drop days, I mean, drop days and the couple of days after drop days, those are ridiculous. Like, I mean, I can plan on 12, 14-hour days of just, steaming and stuffing and shipping caps.
Right.
But in between those days, the orders come in 5, 6 at a time, whatever it is. I'm before work, after work, whatever it is, I can kind of get those, packaged up and shipped out. And it's not as but having to go to a store for 8-10 hours a day or whatever, like, it's great if it's one of those 18 to 24 busy days a year,
Right.
where like you're getting really good traffic. But the other days it's just like, man, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Wasting time and wasting money, and I hate that.
Yeah.
Amen.
But yeah.
I thought you were
Oh, are y'all waiting on me?
Who's on it?
Debbie Walker. You guys got anything else? Anything for Todd? Anything for the people?
Well, I just want to say real quick, for everyone who's running a business with caps, oils, soaps, y'all are doing an amazing job. Y'all are helping people actually. Like, for instance, myself, I struggle, with self-esteem sometimes. And now with the hat, I was like, oh, I got a little bit of it boosts my esteem up,
All
And
right.
even with the oils and stuff, like, certain women, certain men need certain products for their hair, skin, and y'all are out there helping people. So keep on kicking ass.
That's it.
It's awesome.
Man.
That's it. And then we got Ronnie. Ronnie had only 4 orders in over a week. Now that's a shame, because Flamin' Beer be killing it with these new drops. Go buy some
Yeah.
beer.
Yeah.
She is.
I just got
Absolutely.
tobacco. I
killing
just
it.
got Tobacco Road recently. I love that.
Yeah, and she's got the Freedom and Sweet Freedom coming out Friday. I saw the Scent profiles. I don't have them listed in my head, but they are absolutely fantastic. That's going to be for Andy Cochran's group, Beards and Bibles.
Yep.
I do merchandise for them. She's got a combo with them, man. That is going to be an absolute fantastic scent. And the horror one, which I can't think of the name of that. I always forget. That just dropped. But that looks fantastic too, man. So go check out some Flame and Beard. Check out her liquid.
Yeah.
I'd be loving her liquid butters, man. And
Yeah.
and that's
Yes.
about it, guys. So thank you everyone in the comments. Thank you everybody for hanging out with us. Swish, love having you on, man.
Todd,
Yeah.
it was an
Welcome
honor.
anytime, man. Anytime you're having a drop or you want to pop on, man, we'd love to have you, man. It was a great show.
Right on.
Yes.
I just want to say one thing. We appreciate everybody that pops in here and watches on the replay and everything. We appreciate everybody in Demented Ones and Bearded Scallywags. Let me tell you something. Everybody needs to go over to beardedscallywags.com and check out the merch because you need to be rocking some gear. It's high quality stuff. And that's when you buy from beardedscallywags.com, you're helping content like this.
Thank you, bud, for the plug. I appreciate it, man. And I appreciate you all. I hope everybody has an awesome rest of your week and weekend, man. Todd, thank you again. Debbie
Yes.
Walker,
You bet. Thanks for having me.
let's go. Keep it scallywag. Be demented. See you next week.
All right.